Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature, and who survives after the dissolution to serve the Lord while he is asleep. Purport. In the Brahma Samhita 547-48, it is said that all the material manifestation with innumerable universes appear and disappear with the breathing of Mahāviṣṇu lying in yoga nidra of mystic sleep. Yah karnanava jale bhajati sma yoga nidram mananta jagatanda saroma kupaham adara shaktim avalambya param svamurtim govinda maripurusham tamaham bhajami yaseika nishvasita kala mathalambyam jivanti kama vilaja jagatanda natha Vishnur Mahan Soiha Yasya Kala Vishesho Govinda Madipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govinda, the ultimate supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, lies sleeping unlimitedly on the casual ocean in order to create unlimited numbers of universes during that sleep. He lies on the water by his own eternal potency, and I worship that original supreme Godhead. Svatogyanam kutak pumsam bhaktir vairagyam evava. A nie, Supreme Godhead. No, something is wrong. 3. Yeah, the pages. Well then. Due to his breathing, innumerable universes come into existence, and when he withdraws his breath, there occurs the dissolution of all the lords of the universes. That plenary portion of the Supreme Lord is called Mahāviṣṇu, and he is a part of Lord Krishna. I worship Govinda, the original Lord. After the dissolution of the material manifestations, the Lord and his kingdom beyond the casual ocean do not disappear, nor the inhabitants of the Lord's associates. The associates of the Lord are far more numerous than the living entities who have forgotten the Lord due to material association. The impersonalist explanation of the word aham in the 4 verses of the original Bhāgavatam, aham, evasam, evagre, etc., is refuted here. The Lord and his eternal associates remain after the dissolution. Vidura's inquiry about such persons is a clear indication of the existence of all the paraphernalia of the Lord. This is also confirmed in the Kashikanda, as quoted by both Jiva Goswami and Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti, who follow in the footsteps of Srila Sridhara Swami. Nachavante hi yad bhakta mahatyam pralaya padi atochyuto kile loke saekak sarvo govyayaha. The devotees of the Lord never annihilate their individual existences, even after the dissolution of the entire cosmic manifestation. The Lord and the devotees who associate with Him the Lord and the devotees who associate with Him are always eternal in both the material and spiritual worlds. Om Gyanatimmirandasya Gyananjana Shalokaya Chakshurunmiltam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadama Hyam Dadati Svapadanti Kam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopasha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadatara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutala Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gaura Vani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutala Srimate Indra Dyumna Swami Niti Namine Namak Prabhupada Priya Dasaya Jagannatha Etrananda Murti Bhakta Sukaya Krishna Kirtanana Narasingha Narakshti Tatvanam Bhagavam Stesham Katida Pratisankramaham Tatreman Kaupasiran Kausvitanushirate. Please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature and who survives after all the dissolutions to serve the Lord while he is asleep. This is not so easy shloka to explain. To be honest, I don't know so much about the dissolutions, but they describe in Bhāgavatam, but it's not my duty to answer Vidura's question. When it will be answered by such a sage as Maitreya Muni. So, and anyway, we'll try to say some words, we can appreciate the mood of Vidura Prabhu, because we can see how he is eager to know practically everything. He's asking about how time is coming from atomic calculation, how, many things we're not even thinking in every day. Something can be important, but as we can see, it is very important for him that everything what is connected to the Lord doesn't matter, it's material creation, and he is worried about the other living entities. That's Vaishnava, he's feeling compassion. Okay, the solution is coming. What is happening to that living entities? Please describe me, I want to know. We mostly, I want to advance in spiritual life, go back home to Godhood, finish. Mostly it's like that, no? Yeah? We have enough our problems that to take care about the problems of others. Yeah, especially when the Kali-yuga is progressing, we see how people are getting selfish so much. And even, one time we were taking prasadam with some devotees in Poland, and one elder devotee, asked me the question. He said, Cakra, what is going on? In older times, people were doing everything together, no problem. But today, everyone wants to do everything by himself or herself. What happened to the world? I said, you see, this is Kali-yuga, I remember when I was a kid, people were, neighbors, they inviting them, on the weekends for lunch or something, we were not closing even the locks in our house, no problem. And now everyone, 10 locks, and these electronic cameras everywhere, it's like, who is coming, who is knocking to my door, who is using my, electronic stuff. When you come to domophone or whatever it's called. In Polish is domophone. You know what I mean. You coming and there is the camera and then you pushing the button and then the owner of the house can see who is there and what do you want, Everyone has like at least one dog if there is house or something like that. It's crazy, You cannot be human anymore. Everyone is like no one is welcoming you. Practically, yeah. But everyone was, what do you want? What you are doing here? The same what you. That, we see. So that's the reason, we want, no one want to deal with me. I want to go back home, back to Godhead by myself. And then I have all these problems solved. That's true. But as a devotees, we know it's not our policy, yeah. Anyway, we want to take everyone with us. Yeah, that is compassion devotee. I offer my humble obeisances to the devotees of the Lord who are full of compassion and then can fulfill all the desires of the conditioned souls. But we see how difficult task is it in this material world. No one wants to hear about God. Here, no one wants to hear about the God. No one wants to hear about others unless they are rich, famous, and whatever, yeah. We like to hear about, I don't know, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, you know, all this Lewandowski or Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, who is there? I'm not so into some, I don't remember all these names, you know, or Warren Buffett, yeah. So, you know, when these names are coming, everyone is, oh. Like one time my spiritual master was giving the class, and I think it was war in Afghanistan or something, Americans went there, or Iraq, I don't remember. And you know, and it was Bhāgavatam lecture on the Polish tour. And you know, and he was giving some class, he was speaking very nicely. And then he started giving example from the war, and he said, like the war, like war, and it's like this or whatever, you know. And then, you know, he said, now everyone woke up. When I was speaking about Krishna, everyone was sleeping. When I was speaking about the war, everyone is alert. Everyone is ready to hear. So that also means our level of our consciousness. Yeah. What we want to hear? We want to hear topics of Krishna, as Vidura and Maitreya, or we want to hear the topics coming from this world. But what will be the result of hearing about Krishna, and what will be the result of hearing about topics from this world? Yeah. And this world means birth, old age, disease, and death. So we finish like that. You must be born again. Doesn't mean human form. It can be, but it's not guaranteed. Depends on our actions, consciousness, and desires. And then continue in this samsara cycle. Yeah. So like Kunti Devi Mataji is praying. Yeah. When Krishna was leaving Dvaraka, she's praying, my dear Lord, when we were in danger, we always were close to you, or you were close to I don't remember all the words, but I'm trying to give the essence. But now, all our enemies are killed, we are very nice settled, we got our kingdom back, then you are leaving us. So what is the use? So I prefer all these calamities come one after another right now, because then you are close to us. And then when I see your lotus feet, I don't see any more samsara. That I'm safe, that I feel I'm safe. That is the devotee. He doesn't care about good position, good life, or whatever. He cares about to be too close to Krishna. That's what is devotee's mood. And that is what Vidura and Maitreya was presenting. You know, Maitreya and Vidura, they are pure devotees. At Vidura got instruction, please go to Maitreya and ask him questions. Then he went. And Maitreya Prabhu is both are pure devotees, but there is one of the examples how the disciple should treat spiritual master and how the spiritual master should treat the disciple. It was yesterday verse, Lalita and Prabhu was explaining. And so what Vidura is coming, please accept my obeisances, can I ask you some questions? Yeah, that is the mood, yeah, humility. He's not coming, okay, I got instruction, okay, tell me what you know and I'll go. Then, okay, you can go now, no problem. Why you should, waste your time? Yeah, but it's not the mood. We should, Krishna is saying, tad vidhi pranipatana, pariprasana sevaya, upadak shantite gyanam, gyaninas tattva darshina. Just, I'm not so well versed with the English translations. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. Tattvadarshi. At least me, I'm often forgetting, that who is the spiritual master really. Of course I can read Shastra, but, I have not this realization that he can see the past, future, present. He can see my heart. He can see my thoughts. Sometimes I got in the glimpse of that, I was telling the story, but, one time, I was young devotee on the Polish tour and I was in the technical crew So we were leaving earlier than others, and we were setting up the festival side, putting up the stage, tents, and everything, you know. It was taking quite some time. And, you know, so one time, it was like last week or the last 2 weeks of the Polish tour, as far as I remember. And, you know, we came to the Prasadam hall. We left during the lecture. We went to the Prasadam hall. You know, we need to get some good Prasadam to have strength to set up, you know, unload the truck, put everything on the place and everything, you know. And we are doing like almost every day. So we were like also quite tired. And anyway, we came to the Prasadam hall, and there was like huge cake, you know, like at least 6, 8 school tables. And it was truck on top, you know, even, you know. The Russian devotees were leaving a little earlier, so they wanted to say goodbye in quite nice way. So, you know, it was 300, 400 devotees cake, yeah. You know, so it was like really huge, you know. And, you know, and we went, you know, we look at them, but okay, we sat down to take our prasadam, you know. But at one point, my spiritual master is coming to the prasadam hall, and he saw the cake, and he was like, wow. So he went to the cake, so we stood up, we went to, and then, oh, and he said, it's nice, everything, we were laughing a little bit, and this, and then. Okay, then we didn't have so much time, so we went back to continue our prasadam, but my spiritual master went to the kitchen. And he came back, he went out from the kitchen with such a big knife. So, you know, and then he did like this to us. So we could understand what's going on. And it was like, I don't know, around 20 devotees or something, I don't remember exactly. And I think the youngest there, all the Brahmanas, I was just not initiated even, I think. Except maybe I was, I don't remember exactly. Anyway, and and you know, on the line, I was the last in the line, as the Vaishnava etiquette is saying, yeah. And my spiritual master was taking this knife, you know, and he was like, you know, making long line of that cake. And then he was cutting like, you know, piece. Quite big, you know, it was like this long, you know, something. And then, you know, devotees were taking, and then my turn came, and I was the last, and, you know, and it was like double size of the cake, just from the line, you know, he cut, and so on. And, you know, I saw the edge of the knife is coming very close to the cake, and I was thinking, why? And then I started to scream in my mind, Srila Gurudeva, please, no, please, no, it cannot happen. And then he just stopped, you know, a few millimeters up. He looked at my eyes, and what I heard in my mind, let's say, I don't know how mind can hear, but, you know, it was like not verbal conversation. I don't know how it happened. I don't have that mystic power. And he looked at me, and I hear in my mind, but will you eat that? And I in my mind, with big smile, you know, mind smiling, you know, yes, of course, no problem. And then he's looking at me, no, we have like close eye contact. And then, you know, he's looking, he said, all right. He put aside the knife, and he gave me like, you know, this big. And I'm coming to the devotees, and, how you got this big cake? You know, I said, Srila Gurudev gave me. But, you know, that I could understand that he knows my heart, he knows my mind, you know, and this and that, you know. And I ate, of course, everything, no problem, you know, just, and then, you know, and then, so we see that, of course, Maitreya Prabhu knows the heart of Vidura, and he knows why he's coming, and he knows he's very sincere. That's the reason he will be answering quite some time all these questions. And I'm impressed how he can remember all these questions. If I will come to any of you and I ask, you know, Prabhu, can you explain me this? Can you explain me that? Then can you explain something else? Then can you explain this part? And then if you start to answer, you will be confused what was next. Or me, maybe second, third, if still, but, you know, fourth, fifth, 10th, you know, but how many questions he asked? And how Maitreya Prabhu is patiently answering all these questions. Now he will start little in few verses, yeah? So we can say, and disciple knows, as Vidura Prabhupada put that, spiritual master, he's my guru, he knows past, present, no problem for him. He has this faith. So that's the quality we can learn from Vidura Prabhupada. And I have faith, and whatever I hear, I try to repeat best to my ability for others, for their benefit. So please describe how many dissolutions there are for the elements of material nature. We know now it's around noon for Brahma's time, on Brahma's planet, Brahma Loka. Because Lord Chaitanya is coming in noon, like every day of Lord Brahma. So it's now like 500 years for Brahma Prabhu, can be a few seconds or something. I don't know. Yeah, so it's around noon there. But we know when Brahma Prabhu is going to sleep from Bhāgavatam, then partial dissolution of lower planets is taking place. And the Bible is describing also, when the water was coming, God asked Noah to create some wooden ship or whatever, and take all the animals, take all the plants with him on that. I don't know how he was preserving them, how they didn't die for so long, because it's taking a long period, 12 years or 12 hours of Brahma, when at least 8 when he's sleeping. It's quite some time. Yeah, so it's 4,300,000,000 years, or something like that. How Noah survived all this time with all these animals on the ship, and so the plants, watering by salty water plants, even if he took from, it's not, I don't know how it must be, but if God is giving instruction, it means everything is in that instruction. And we should treat the same the instruction of the spiritual master, When, what Krishna is saying to Arjuna, touch Renu, hear me attentively. Why? Because I'm giving you knowledge and realization. When God is imparting knowledge to us, He is giving also the realization for us. But the problem is with us, we don't want to hear. And then, if we are getting the instruction and have some difficulty to following, then we will be chastised. If it's not helping, there is the third school, we will go through the school of hard kicks. That's the reason, better to hear the devotees, Better to hear, Even with my friend, he wanted so much to marry a few years back, I said, please don't do it, at least not with this lady. Please, she was not devotee, but when we are under the control of mind and senses, we cannot do so much about that. No, I must do and this and then, please. I said, please don't do it. I'm begging you, please don't do it. And then he said, no, and he moved, and after, I don't know, max 1 year, or maybe not whole, divorce. I said, you see, I told you. You can see by the symptoms. But if you are not reading the Shastra, and I'm not married man, I have never wife. But still, I was like trying to take care about him. Because everything is here. Depends our level of faith. We know marriage is not so easy thing to go through. Anyway, even with devotees. Now I was translating Cakra Tīrtha dāsa, his famous astrologer, for a few years on the Polish tour. And the devotees and karmis, they were coming to him, and they asking comparison chart, Can we want to check our chart, how much compatibility is there between us and this. Yeah, it's okay, it's like 60-70%, it's quite good for Kali-yuga. No, 100% we will never achieve in this material world. 100% is Radha Krishna. When we're coming down, even Shiva and Parvati is 96%. And there are some frictions starting. She went to, Lord Shiva said, don't go to Daksha Yagya. She went. Then she committed suicide. You see how if you're not hearing the Tattvadarshi and pure devotee like Lord Shiva or Krishna or his representative, we can commit suicide even. And now what is happening? People can commit suicide like anything before. Because they cannot tolerate the pressure of the life in Kali-yuga. So harmony, dissolutions. And we know every day, Brahma, every night, Brahma is going to sleep, there is partial dissolution. When he's finishing his 100 years, the long period, there is complete dissolution. And all these devotees from Brahma Loka and Brahma, they're going back home, back to Godhead. But the others, we heard that Krishna has this Kostamba gym. You know what is this? Kostabha gym. Yeah. You know what is inside this Kostaba gym? When the dissolution is taking place, or the soul is going there for the unconscious state. They're sleeping there. Still, Krishna wants to have them close. So you see how Krishna is merciful? He is going with every living entity in his heart. Even if he is the germ in the stool, living in the stool, Krishna is still there. How much he loves. But we still, this dissolution dāsa, we die, I will be born again. What's the problem? And what Krishna is saying, that here, it's here. I will write because I don't know about this. Humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease. Krishna is this evil. But, and we know, I have this terrible disease, I cannot do right now anything. And must tolerate. You see? And people are saying, what's the problem? So Krishna is saying, if you hear Krishna, then it's mostly no problem of a little bit, because Kali-yuga has its influence, and Kali is Krishna too, So it's very powerful, but still Krishna in his original form is more powerful than any other incarnation, any other living entity. So there are so many these dissolutions in the life of Brahma. And who survives after dissolution? To serve the Lord while he is asleep. And as we could hear in the last, the devotees of the Lord never annihilate their individual existences even after the dissolution of the entire cosmic manifestation. The Lord and the devotees are, who associate with him are always eternal in both the material and spiritual worlds. You see, and Krishna is saying to Arjuna, just say for all the world, my devotee never perishes. Now that's what Krishna is saying. So it doesn't matter in how difficult situation will be if we stick to be devotee. For if you have hope against hope. Yeah, because in Kali-yuga we see war, COVID, this, that, we can be depressed, but if you still, okay, Krishna, this is your creation, you know what you are doing, I have faith, if you are allowing for that, that's okay. But please, let me remind your devotee, like Prahlad Maharaj, he was tortured so many times, in so drastic ways, He was under the feet of elephants, he was thrown from the high hill down. He was put in the hot oil. Yeah, he was put in the fire. And so many things. And he was always, Namas Ito Nishinga Parato Nishinga. Whenever I go, I see Lord Nishingadev. And when his father was killed, my dear Lord, thank you. No, he was not even disturbed in his mind. That is a devotee. But when we are allowing for our minds to be disturbed, then we are suffering. When we are suffering, then it's like, my wife, my kids, I don't have money, and this and that. I want something else. Maybe we get something else, we were happy. So, the only thing is just to stick to these principles, and then we will be never annihilated by any material circumstances. Krishna will take care of us, like cowherd boys, yeah? Agasura, yeah? They They were walking in the big mouths of great demon, and they didn't. Krishna is with us. What's the problem? We'll be saved. We should have that innocent faith. Doesn't matter. I can be in the mouth of Agasura. I can be in the fire. I can be in the oil. I can be, doomed to hang. Okay, this Krishna's will. Okay, maybe he wants me faster home. Who knows? But we should have faith that any dissolution, any situation will not bring me down. Because my faith is at lotus feet of my spiritual master, Guru Parampara and Krishna. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, devotee, he never perishes. He always spreading the holy name. And if he disappears from our eyes, he is spreading the glories of holy name in another place. That's the devotee. So I wish everyone to be such a devotee as Bhaktivinoda Thakur is describing. Thank you very much. If you have any comments or questions.
You mentioned that only the devotees don't perish. So does it mean that the soul never perishes only for the devotees? Because also it is said in Bhagavad Gita that soul is indestructible. So
Yeah.
it existed long back, it will exist always in the future. So what's the, how does that relate with this, that only for the devotees we never perish? So what's that? Perish?
As the soul, as the living entity, soul is the part and parcel of Lord Krishna. So Krishna has free will to do anything. So he is sharing that free will for us. Always at any step of our life, even every second, even now, you can choose. I want to serve Krishna, I want to serve my senses. So you are devotee or not, is generally your choice, what you are doing every second. We can come to the temple, paka kurta, paka dhoti, paka chadar, paka tilak, Hare Krishna, Krishna. But what we are doing when no one is seeing us, that is determining. That is. No, I have to be with the devotees, and it's so easy. Devotees are so nice to talk, to chant with them, take prasadam, dance in kirtan. It's so nice. We could experience nice kirtan in the morning. But we are devotee or not, who is the devotee? Devotee is someone who is following the instructions of Krishna or his spiritual master. And what spiritual master is saying? Chant Hare Krishna and follow some rules. That's it. In my Namahata center, many years back, there were 3 brothers, very funny guys anyway. And they were aspiring to Trivikrama Swami. They were accepted and this and that, but they were not initiated at that time. And one time Trivikrama Swami visiting, and they wanted darshan with him. And okay, and they got the darshan, and they said, Maharaj, we would like to ask you any special instruction for us, that if you could give, yeah. And Maharaj looked at them, and he said, 4 regulative principles and 16 rank is not enough for you. And they like grihastas, children, wardrobe. And then 4 rules and regulations is not enough. If you like, I can give you more, no problem. And then thank you, Hare Krishna. Immediately humble devotees. So that is determining, yeah. And the soul is eternal, that's true. But we see, if you see, let's say, the soul of Bill Gates, he wants to kill everyone, yeah, now. So is he a devotee? Yeah, they want to live on the planet 500 million people. That's it. And they want to kill. That's obvious. You can read it, Yeah. If I would have power like Arjuna or Bhima, if I would any conference, they would speak like that. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I would take my bow or whatever gun, and we're starting from you. That's it. If you want that, why not? I'm fulfilling your desire. Then, you know, how many more would say like that than on any conference or in the media? So, you know, to be devotee, you know, is really endeavor. It's not just, you know, I'm just sitting and doing nothing and Krishna will take care. Of course, Krishna, anyway. Krishna is giving us air to breathe, sunlight, some food. He's taking care about everyone. But are we grateful for that? Devotee is always grateful for whatever he's getting from the Lord. Well, you know, this Bill Gates, I want more. He has milliards of dollars on his bank account and still he wants more. More power, more this, more that. So the devotee is, you know, devotee. He's making endeavor to be closer to the Lord. Demon, he denying existence of the Lord. And if someone is denying existence of the Lord, how he can be a devotee? And we see Prahlad Maharaj said, how he's addressing his father, O best of the demons. And he's crying, yes. He was so proud to have such a son. You know? He was not saying, Father, O best of the demons. Yeah, but you know what I mean. Yeah. And Krishna, you know, everyone, if someone is not qualified to go to spiritual world after dissolution, Krishna, as I explained, he's keeping all the souls in the ISKCON. That's the reason one of the reasons is very valuable. Did I answer your question? Thank you. Yes. There is deity, I think Mayapur, somewhere close to Mayapur, Kali Krishna. Kaliya is the serpent. No, Kali, when Parikshit Maharaj went and so Kali is mistreating the cow, yeah? So I mean that Kali. And this his period, Kali-yuga. You see, everyone is under the influence. Everyone's from gold. Yeah, Parikshit Maharaj told him, because he asked, okay, you saying I should not exist in your kingdom, but as a king, I surrender to you. You should give me any place to live, anywhere in the kingdom. And Parikshit said yes. Then he said, you can be where the gold is, and gambling is, meat eating, and illicit connections. Yeah. And he said, okay, and immediately, I think Garka Samhita is explaining that immediately Kali, because he had a big, golden crown, Kali went to his crown. Immediately. And that's the reason when he went to this Rishi ashram. You remember the name of that Rishi Prabhu? Shringi was the son of that Rishi. But then he put he was in deep meditation. He didn't notice even the king is coming. And then he put snake around his neck, yeah? That was the influence of Kali. His mind was not pure at that moment. Yeah, and then, because Kali wanted to read the pious people because his time was coming. Yeah. So, and then Shringi, hearing that his father was so insulted, he was like 7 years old boy, or 12, I don't remember, I think 12. And still, Brahmanical son, how powerful he is. He cursed the king for death in 7 days. And when Rishi woke up and he just took the snake from his neck, no problem. But the son, he said, son, what have you done? And then he said, notice to him, please forgive me, but my sin cursed you. And Parikshit Maharaj was so powerful, he could nullify this curse. But he said, okay, this Lord's will, no problem. He gave up immediately. Or his lieges, family members, soldiers, horses, everything. And he went to Ganges, what I should do. He asked the man, the saintly person, what I should do in the moment of death. That's also devotee. Okay, my time is coming, I must do more effort to be more Krishna conscious. But Kali is Krishna, And you see, practically no one can. When is the sex, everyone is there. When is money, gold, everyone is there. And there is meeting, more of the population is there. So that's the precarious situation we live in. And it's so difficult to preach the glories of the Lord in this material world generally, but in this Kali-yuga especially. But still, we should do our best. Did I answer your question? And something else? Okay, thank you very much. Gaurantara Srimad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Vaishnava Sangha ki jai.